Hi guys, I'm Mario Fratto and this is Making the Case. So if you haven't guessed it, I won't keep you waiting any longer. The most important state in this election is Florida. Florida has predicted the winner of every presidential election since 1964, with the exception of 1992. And that was an outlier year because Ross Perot ran as a third-party candidate and George H.W. Bush won Florida but lost the presidency. And Bill Clinton actually only got 43% of the popular vote that year. And if you remember back in the year 2000, George W. Bush won the state of Florida by 537 votes, and that handed him the presidency. Not to mention, no Republican has won the presidency without the state of Florida since Calvin Coolidge, and that's almost 100 years ago. So needless to say, this state is really important for President Trump. Now, the Democrats have long had an edge in voter registration in Florida. Back in 2008, they had an edge of almost 700,000 voters, and that led to President Obama winning the state of Florida by a little more than 200,000 votes. But by 2016, that Democratic edge was down to just 330,000 votes, and that led to President Trump winning the state by almost 113,000 votes. Fast forward to today, where the Democratic edge is down to just 136,000 voters. So based on the past 3 presidential elections, that would point to President Trump winning Florida by about 300,000 votes or 3 points. And the most recent poll out of Florida shows exactly that. It shows President Trump leading Joe Biden there by 3 points. And remember, back in 2018 when the Democrats had their blue wave nationally, the state of Florida elected a Republican governor and a Republican senator. Not to mention, President Trump is now a Florida resident and he's doing a lot better in Florida now than he was in 2016. Take, for instance, Miami-Dade County. Hillary won that county by about 30 points, which netted her 290,000 votes. Today, Biden's only 17 points ahead of President Trump. Now, that would mean that he's losing about 100,000 votes that Hillary had. So there alone, it would point to President Trump winning the state by over 200,000 votes if all else is equal. President Trump is also doing much better with Hispanic voters. Back in 2016, he lost the Hispanic vote pretty substantially in Florida, and he was running about even with Cuban Americans. Fast forward to today, where President Trump is either tied or leading with the Hispanic vote in Florida, and he's winning with Cuban Americans by a whopping 38 points. He's also doing better with black voters, so to lose the state of Florida, it would mean that he would have to be really shedding a lot of white voters, and I just don't see that happening. So Republicans usually run about 3 points better in Florida than they do nationally. Back in 2012, Mitt Romney lost the state of Florida by only 1 point, but he lost nationally by 4 points. Then in 2016, President Trump won the state of Florida by 1 point, but he lost nationally by 2 points. So if Trump wins Florida by 2 or 3 points, that would point to him either being tied or winning in the popular vote. And if that happens, he's pretty sure to win the election, because we know he could lose the popular vote by 2 or 3 points and still win the Electoral College like he did in 2016. So while national polls are showing ridiculous leads for Joe Biden, like one out today from ABC and the Washington Post, I think they're showing a 12-point lead for Joe Biden. Just remember that the state of Florida is the real bellwether, and President Trump is running better there now than he was in 2016. So don't have any fear, guys. Just make sure you get out and vote. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.